Good news, YouTube! Kentucky Fried Air back here on the Saga campaign. And no, the good news is not that the enemy general is dead, or that our general is in mortal danger, but rather that I am back. No, I figured what the crap's going on, by the way. I gotta add that. That's so many people like that I do that. I know some people hate that I do it too, but whatever. So yes, I am back, as you can see, in the Saga campaign. Let me cover something just real quick. They lifted the NDA on Total War Arena for the closed alpha, so you may be, well, Air, how come you're not uploading that? I can't play it. The Creative Assembly has not allowed us in the US to touch it yet. It's apparently some type of racism or ethnicism or some other type of schism. I'm just kidding. I'm being a moron. There's no schism to it. It's just they're doing an alpha test, and I guess that I'm guessing probably due to the fact to make it easier to avoid lag, they probably just started off with servers in Europe because it's easier for them to maintain. I'm guessing that's the reason. News has it, though, because I did shoot a tweet over at Total War Arena, and CA Dogbird assures me that it'll be coming to America soon, and that they will get me the chance to play it just as soon as it comes here. So I'm looking forward to that. So if you want to go see some, I would recommend. So I know several channels that came up on it. Doesn't mean this is all the channels, but I know Lionheart streams some, and it'll probably end up on his YouTube channel. If not, you can go look at his Twitch channel. WarriorofSparta had a good video up that I watched and actually commented on that one too. And then AlextheRambler, I think, did some streaming on it. I don't know if it's on YouTube yet. I haven't looked. And ThePrussianPrince has several matches up on it already as well, where he's playing live and cooperating some teamwork. So again, ThePrussianPrince, AlextheRambler, WarriorofSparta, or Lionheart times 10 or x10 or whatever it is. You know, Lionheart is what we all know him by. If you don't know Lionheart, I'd be surprised, because he's obviously one of the head staples in the YouTube community for Total War and has been for a long time. So yeah. PrinceofMacedon actually has kind of a cool vlog video up as well, with some interviews and stuff too with the devs, and then also showing off the event that took place in Cologne. So you might want to check that one out. And apparently I hear that they do some HeirofCarthage impressions at one point. So you can hear WarriorofSparta, AlextheRambler, and Lionheart do some HeirofCarthage impressions. To no one's great surprise, you might be able to guess what line they try to imitate. I'll let you all guess that one for yourself. So go check that out too. I'll try and put a link up in the description to some of the different videos that are available. Just give you my thoughts real quick. No, my somewhat pessimism about Total War Arena has not changed. But that said, I've told you all along that I'm going to give the game a fair chance because it's a Total War game. So there's a few things, and I left this comment on WarriorSparta's channel. So let me run through the pros real quick. I'll throw the good stuff out there and then what I think needs to be looked at. This is not like an all-inclusive list, so feel free to add your own. And you don't have to agree with me either. So these are my pros and cons. I think one of the pros is the line of sight or vision mechanic in the game looks very interesting and could lead to some awesome ambushes, strategy, scouting. Just general, I like it. It's very good. The line of sight's much tighter than what we're used to on Rome 2 and Attila, and so you really have to do a good job scouting. Number two, the maps are really good. What we've seen so far, at least, the maps are really good. You have lots of terrain features. There's key buildings on the map, like towers, and you have a base that you have to be able to protect and keep the enemy from capturing. Just very interesting bit there. And of course, this is just the closed alpha. There could be more in the finished product. We're not sure. So I think that's another good thing. The other good thing is that, in my opinion, and trust me, I am no fan of free-to-play games. I've made that clear over the last several weeks. It looks pretty good, in my opinion, for a free-to-play game. It definitely does not look as good graphically-wise as Attila or Rome 2 or Shogun 2, for that matter. However, here's the good side of that. The fact that it doesn't look as good, and I don't know what the PC specs are. I need to go out and look. You can probably run it on a slightly lower end. I'm not, okay, so don't, well, the good thing is it's free, so you're not going to waste any money to find out you can't run it. So there again is one of the few good things about a free-to-play game. But I'm guessing that you won't have to have a beastly high-end computer to do it, though. I mean, you are going to have a decent computer. It's not a crappy-looking game by any means. So I thought that was good, which means it should run smooth. Hopefully that helps avoid lag, too, because you have simpler maps, or simpler units and maps and all that kind of stuff compared to the others. So good thing in general. The other good thing I think about is that it focuses right now on the ancient arena, which is Rome, Greece, and then I think there's going to be some barbarians thrown in as well. So I like that too. So the time period is interesting. So that's all a good thing too. One other good thing I'll say about it, I don't even know if this is the case, but when I look at the game, I immediately see an interesting potential that I don't know whether or not Creative Assembly has considered. One is that you're doing it for the ancient time period, but I could see this format working equally well for any time period in Total War, or for that matter, potentially working for like a multi-time period, bringing what I suggested a long time ago, which would be like a all-stars Total War, where you could kind of have like all generations. You would have to do a little bit of tricky balancing to it and stuff to make it work. I mean, obviously, or else, some of the 1865 gun troops might have an easy advantage, but you get what I'm saying. There's some potential there for cross-era or cross-continental warfare or something like that, because it's an arena and it's just for fun. So I think that that's a plus for it too. So when I say that as a plus, what I mean is the game has other potential, and since it's free to play, they could potentially add on to it with all these items over time, kind of like what you've seen with other free to play games. So another interesting possibility. Trying to think what else. The units. So the units appear to each serve a purpose. Archers have a role, javelinmen have a role, spears appear to have a role, swords appear to have a role. I don't know if the balancing's perfect. It just appears that they're trying to create a very understandable unit role for the different types of units, which I like, because typically that's a little easier to balance than when you start getting weird kind of cross-functional units, which, even though we like those units, they can make things trickier. Alright, that's the things just right off the top of my head that I thought were pros. It doesn't mean those are the only pros, I'm just throwing that out there. So, cons. Number one, and a thing that just glares out to me immediately at this, is that there is no, at the moment, and again, this is a closed alpha, so I mean, if Creative Assembly adds this, great. Alpha. So there is no team voice chat available in the game. So it's not like Halo where you sign into a match and if you have a headset on, you can immediately talk to all your teammates. That's not there. I think this is a huge miss. And the reason I say that is because Total War games, especially this one, are going to be pretty micro-intensive, and it's hard to type messages and to draw and to plop beacons down and all that kind of stuff. It's easier to just talk. Now, I've heard a few people say already, well, we don't want that because then you have to put up with all those people you don't want to listen to. Easy, just don't join. But have a little button where you can click, and if you have a microphone, you can go into the team chat. You could have a button where you could listen to the team chat, even if you don't have a microphone, and then you could just mute the team chat if you want. Definitely something that needs to be added. If they don't, again, I think it's a huge miss on a game that offers like such a spirit of teamwork. If you don't add that in, it's going to be hugely detrimental. So the other cons that I had in mind right now is, and this is the big fat con in my opinion, it's free to play. Some of you like this, and that's okay. For me, that's a big fat con because it means microtransactions. If we are very lucky, the microtransactions will be cosmetic or something else in nature, but I already feel like that will not be the case because we've already been getting hints that there will be units that are added as part of microtransactions. I'm not going to say that they will be unbalanced, but that always leaves the possibility that they could be. I'll leave this one to fate. It's a con right now for me. Maybe it will end up being a pro if CA does it right. So I'll leave that one out there. So another con, in my opinion, the battle is very arcadey. Compared to what you see in, say, like Shogun 2, Rome 2, or Attila. Very arcadey. It's not that same epic duke it out feel that you get between units. And I think that, again, this harbors back to the fact that it's a free-to-play game, and typically free-to-play games are very toned down on graphics and immersion. At least that's what I've seen so far. So it's a con, in my opinion. However, I will give them credit in the sense that I kind of think it's a necessity when you look at the type of game this is, but I'm saying it's a con for me because I like that epic feel. However, I'm certainly going to give it a chance because I see the potential that Arena has. I'm just throwing that out there to be fair that it's a con in my opinion. The other couple of cons that I saw, one, it does limit the number of players in a party, so like how many players can team up and then go join a match. So it's 10 versus 10. Up to 4 players can get into a party, including yourself, and jump in. So that's good. You kind of want to limit that so that a clan of 10 doesn't just hop on and absolutely mop the floor with everybody. But I would also think that they need to add a game mode, if they haven't already, that allows you to actually get together a full team of 10. So maybe you'd have one set of matchmaking for limits or players who are looking to play individually, and then maybe another one that's set up for people who want to team up and join up. So I think that would help that out a little bit. Trying to think of the other cons that I got out of it. Yeah, the arcadey stuff. I just absolutely hate it. It's like a cheap MMO in the sense that whenever you're shooting enemy units or charging enemy units, it pops like numbers and words up on the screen, like damage numbers and shocked and rout and all. We don't need that. To me, that just makes it more arcadey, makes it more cheap, free to play looking. It's not going to bother some of you, and that's fine. And again, it's not going to keep me from playing the game. But I think that it's just kind of lame looking. I wish they'd take it out so that, I mean, you could then maybe mix the more cinematic feel of the other Total Wars with the more arcadey feel of this one, and I think you'd end up with a better balance. Again, a small thing, so that's not something I'm going to harp on for a long time. It's just, to me, it looks a little too arcadey. That's all I'm going to cover for now because I've spent a bunch of time talking about it. I will put a link in a comment too if you want to skip this and get on to the video, so worry not. All right, let's get on into the Saga campaign. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I just wanted to pass that on to you all. Go check out the videos on the channels that I mentioned, and go, get your own thoughts together if you haven't seen it already. All right, let's see here. So in Satsuma, we are continuing to train some Saber Cav, and I think that we are 3 turns away, from our firing range, which will really make our guys insane. So we're going to be able to train gold accuracy units from Satsuma, which is going to be pretty cool. And we'll even be able to train gold accuracy US Marines out of there too. So we've got no money left for this particular turn. Let's just check our agents to see if anybody needs leveled up. I am excited to try Arena, even though free-to-play is not my cup of tea. And the reason I say that is because is it really ever a bad thing to have a new Total War to show you all and to hope that it's going to be exciting and good? And my answer in that case is no. It's never a bad thing in that sense, even if it's not exactly what we look forward to. In my mind, it's exciting in that sense. If it turns out to be really fun, then I'm excited. Good. We can rebuild some community interest in Total War that seems to have dropped a little after the release of Attila. And I'm not saying that Attila is some huge flop, but a lot of people they have some problems with it, and I don't think that it probably had the sales success that Rome 2 did. And so I'd like to see that interest in Total War rekindled, and this could potentially even bring a new player base too. None of those things are inherently a bad thing, in my opinion. So I am pessimistic, but am happy to give it the benefit of the doubt. Because again, I was pretty darn pessimistic about how fun Shogun 2 would be before it came out, because I wasn't sold in this time period, and man did they prove me wrong. So again, I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised. My pessimism is mostly based on the fact that the gaming industry as a whole has been extremely lame with their releases and stuff over the last little while, so that's why I'm acting the way I'm acting, just so you know. Hopefully we're all sold on that, but let's focus in on the campaign here. We have quite a bit of money pouring in. We've still got Saber Cav training down here, so there's no need to do anything else. Osumi will probably want to go ahead and upgrade the fortress to help with repression, and we'll start building an inn, and we'll probably also want to upgrade the town. We'll turn this into another economic bastion. You can see that we are turning huge region wealth in the areas with our geisha. Look at this, 7,087 region wealth just from that one. 7,900 from this. So huge wealth being driven by the geisha and the buildings that we have in those provinces. So definitely a good thing. I'm gonna go ahead and I just like building these gambling dens. I know that you get just a little more cash out of the others, but I'm not cash trapped at all. So I'm gonna just keep building the gambling dens for now. I do want to take this army though and get them aboard the ships and head down here and knock out the Tanegashima, or however you pronounce them. I think we're recruiting a wooden frigate there too. We are. I wonder if we can exit this city. Just no. Well, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, good. We can stabilize it. Let's get this agent back in here to train the troops, and then let's move around and board these ships. And we'll keep Osumi happy with that agent. So perfect, perfect, perfect. We got this. We got this Ishin Shishi up here spreading imperial sentiments, And then we've got this Ishin Shishi here that's helping me to try and take this town away from the Tosa, which is my main goal. That's why I didn't militarily ally with them, is because I want control of that railroad. And I will have it whether I have to go to war with them or not. Let's go ahead and end another turn. All this income is fantastic because I can just pour that money back into more economy, and we're just going to get huge dividends out of this. As you can see already, because my economy is just absolutely thriving. As opposed to my Josei campaign, where my economy was absolutely reeling. Alright. This is perfect. We can get this army here and now go take Suo and get control of our first piece of railway. So pretty excited about that. I'm going to actually come straight in for the attack here. We can't quite reach it, but maybe if I take my general and attack, we can then reinforce. So let's first of all get my general. Yeah, let's get him an attack. My troops will now come in as reinforcements. I'm going to continue the siege here. And then we'll take this agent and go ahead and move up here. And it looks like Nagato is temporarily in pretty good shape. We can go ahead and hit the rebels with the bombardment. So we've damaged their gambling den and large town. Buzen is all in good shape. Yeah. Okay, good. So this worked out perfect. We'll be able to get a hold of the railroad without declaring war on the Tosa. And I'll continue to do that to mop up any Tosa territory. And then if we get a hold of the provinces I want, I can then consider being a military ally with them later. Let's go ahead and let's just check a few things. I'm going to double click some of these. So we're at +5 happiness here, which is quite good. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the farms in some of these settlements. Ooh, this hideout thing is awesome. Yakuza hideout. Giving me another 400 wealth and a lot of extra town growth. Never mind, I'm going to upgrade that. And let's see about Buzen. Yeah, we got this traditional dojo. Let's go ahead and upgrade that too so I can start getting shinobi and getting those guys ranked up as well. So, perfect. I'm actually going to take this Ishin Shishi and go ahead and move forward and get ready to do the next thing to Aki, which is the next town controlled by the Tosa. We'll need to convert it to Imperial Sentiment first, and then when the Tosa leave, we'll just give them the same business that we gave them earlier. Yeah, and we should be good for now. We'll just focus on... I'm really not as concerned about the northern side of Honshu, or I say that, the northern according to this map orientation. I'm not as concerned about it. You can see the railroad runs along the southern side, and that's what I want. I want that railroad to be able to move troops quickly and easily, all the way from Kyushu, all the way through Honshu. And so it's very important in my mind that we capture that. Okay. I think we can go ahead and end another turn. My ship is built, that's good. So I've got my wooden frigate. So this will be a pretty strong stack here. It's going to take me a couple more turns to get loaded up here. My Saber Cav is done. We can't quite recruit US Marines just yet. And I'm thinking honestly about getting rid of these Imperial Infantry and retraining the gold accuracy ones. Whenever my firing range is done, actually. Perfect. We got a gunsmith. So now if I do recruitment, superior accuracy, 68 accuracy is what we train them with. And what are they in my army right now? 68. That's weird. The gunsmith didn't add anything. Plus 20 to the accuracy of all units recruited in this province. Either that or maybe it just doesn't show it as they're being... I don't know, it's because we haven't finished the training camp. Ugh, good grief. Took me a minute to get that one. Sorry, folks. Having a dunce moment. We'll leave these troops here just for now, just in case maybe we get attacked and all of a sudden need something, but I'm not too worried about it. Good grief, man, that took me a minute. Ooh, the Josei sailing a little army around Izu there. Hopefully the rebels sally out against me at Suo. They are And I can actually just auto-resolve this, no need in wasting time there. Peacefully occupy. So now we are in control of Suo and a railhead. So this is very, very important. Very nice for me. Let's go ahead and, it's going to take a lot of money because of my bombardment. I probably shouldn't have bombarded it because I ended up damaging these things even worse. It's going to be very expensive to repair all these structures, but they have a lot of the structures that I want already, actually, which is quite good. I do want to upgrade the port, and let's go ahead and upgrade the tenant fields and the cottage industry here, so we can basically get everything underway and turn this province around very quickly. And on the next turn, we'll start working on the telegraph office, or the railway station, and we can get railways started. And like I said, as soon as the Tosa pull out of this province, I'm going to yank it from them the same way that I just did and take care of it that way. Nagato, we can keep an eye on it, and it can hold just fine for now as well. See, let's go ahead and end another turn. We should be able to get on the ships on the next turn and head out to the island where the Tanegashima are and deal with them. They are raiding my trade routes right now. As soon as I drop my army off, I will send my navy to chase down their annoying little navies, because they just took away a decent little chunk of my income. Foreign veteran increased in rank. Enchant a character, no thanks. My geisha are a lot more value to me sitting in the towns. Man, who doesn't want a Beaumont Adams revolver? I know I want one. Chance of killing an enemy. Cigarillos. When supervising recruitment. I guess a good cigar goes a long way in recruitment. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take that, even though the pistol was very tempting. Okay, we've got our troops embarked. Let's sail down here a little bit out of range just to see what we're up against. We will go ahead and let's attack the port. They've got a Kasuga class. It's the only thing they have. I might just auto-resolve to see if I get lucky and maybe capture it. Nope. But none of our ships took any heavy damage, so we're in good shape. So if we take the army, so we bombarded the port. Let's get my army, put them ashore. So we'll disembark the army on the next turn, come up there and drop them off. So we've basically made our headway, and then we can use our fleet to bombard the Tanegashima troops. Okay, we've got a chunk of money that we need to spend. Let's see where the best place. And some of you are probably still frustrated because my general doesn't have the best army yet. Hey, don't worry, it's coming. It's going to be coming from right here at Satsuma too. We can now upgrade this to a let's see, the drill school gives charge bonus. Military hospital. Wow, +4 to the melee attack of all units. Firing range, there we go, +15 to the accuracy of all units. Holy crap. My units are going to be just sick. And then by the time that's done too, we can recruit US Marines. So definitely I want to hold off for a little while longer on the army for my general, just so I can give him the beastliest army possible to capture Honshu with. I mean, you all have to admit, it's going to be fun. You know you want me to do that the right way, so that is what I'm going to do. And we're only 3 turns away from finishing our foreign affairs research, which will allow us to build the National Railway Company. Yes, go ahead and march away, Tosa. Don't worry, there won't be any rebellions. Just march away from your town, turn your back, it's all safe, all good. No concerns. Okay, so we had another agent rank up. But it doesn't show him as ranked up. That's pretty confusing. There he is. Something weird going to Philadelphia Derringer. That's great too. Or a Snyder breech loader, man. I'll take both of those. Honestly, I'll take the breech loader here. I'd love to have either of those in real life. It'd be a lot of fun. Alrighty. Don't know that I have much need of a Derringer, but the breech loading rifle would be kind of cool to shoot and see what that's like. I'm gonna go ahead and bombard target here. I guess they can't do any more moves this turn, and this army cannot do any more moves this turn either. The Tanegashima actually have a parrot gun, but my Armstrong guns, 3 of them, should be able to make quite short work of it. Okay, so here at Osumi, we're going to go ahead and upgrade to the Gambling Den. Let's go ahead and upgrade the castle as well. That'll help with the repression, so I can just make sure to upgrade away. Okay, again, I'm going to wait for the Tosa to get a little further away, plus we're still converting the sentiment in that province so that I can have a better chance of instilling a revolt. So we just need to bide our time, let the Tosa walk away, kind of like they did last time. Okay, there's some troops moving down from Iwami. Not a big concern, especially if I put a little garrison up. Holy crap, something just happened to my income. Someone must have gotten a port blockaded. Ah, here it is. My home port here got bombarded by this little trash fleet. So we need to get over there and put an end to that in a big time hurry. So that's going to soak up a lot of income from me over the next couple turns before I can get over there and put an end to it. That is pretty irritating that I can have such an upgraded port, and it actually has a firing arc there, but somehow they can sit outside your arc and bombard you. It's irritating. I don't see how the ship gun would possibly have longer range than a land-based weapon. So I am a little bit irritated that, you know, navies on this game with two or three crappy little ships like this can bombard a port and succeed. It doesn't make much sense. But whatever, it is what it is, and we'll go take care of it. Okay, we're going to siege the Tanegashima here, and I'm going to move my ships up and bombard the target. We didn't damage any of their buildings, but we damaged some of their units. So we'll leave it at that for now. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put a few garrison units in the town here. Let's see. Do I still got my... Good. Still got my foreign agent there. Let's go ahead and train up. Just train up a few units. If I have to move this army back to Nagato, I will. But I'm feeling okay about this for now. We'll just keep an eye on that army as it moves this way. Go ahead and upgrade the castle too, because then that'll help make that province more defensible over time. Let's go ahead and end the turn. I do want to get a good land battle going for you. We should get one against the Tanegashima. Yep, here we go. So this will be a fun land battle. They've got a lot of ripe targets for my artillery, and then my ships are going to be able to drop naval bombardments on these guys as well, so I'm very much looking forward to this. Looks like the terrain will be perfectly good here. Oh man, these Armstrong guns, they are gonna do well. We need to target the enemy parrot gun before it can do any substantial damage. And I think I should be able to at least match, if not outrange, the parrot gun. We'll see. We can match it for sure, and I can just focus fire to get rid of it. The wooden cannon's of no concern to me, really. After that, I'd like to start getting rid of enemy bodyguards that may try and make their way to my flank. I'm going to go ahead and line up my... Let's check out the lines of sight. Lines of sight are very good through here. My general can actually sit in this little forested patch in loose formation and still support, and that will keep him a little safer. Let's go ahead and put our cannons all the way up front. We'll just move up our infantry to support. We do not have any melee troops in this army. Not yet. So we do need to be careful with that. We do have sharpshooters, and I'm going to keep them on the flank. In fact, I might go ahead and just position them kind of facing the flanks to kind of support my saber cav in case enemy cav makes motions to outflank me. I'm going to put one saber here, one in the middle, and one on the far side. Actually, let's put this one in the middle, that's actual middle. And this one on the far side. And then these cannons. Unlimber and choose my own targets. Our range goes just inside the enemy deployment. And the parrot gun is immediately in range of me, and I am in range of it, but I should get the first shot because it has to unlimber. Come on, Armstrong guns. The time to fire is now, before they get a volley, please. Here it comes. Ah, there we go. We got some hits. Let's see what they get on me. Nothing severe. Good. Yeah, we're gonna need to take this Armstrong or this parrot gun off the field. It is taking some hits, but I'm actually thinking about targeting the ground just in front of it. Let's see. They haven't destroyed any of my guns, which is good. Come on, open fire, come on. Get a better hit than that, let's go. Why are my guys citing a line of sight issue? That doesn't even make any sense. They wouldn't fire at the ground in front of it, that's annoying. There we go, that was a hit. It still didn't destroy any of their guns, unfortunately. But we've got their unit. Oh, we just killed another one of their gunners there. So they're down to 16. But they are actually killing more of my men than I am theirs by a long shot with their single parrot gun. That's pretty frustrating, but that's typical for the AI to get lucky like that. But their unit is now wavering. Let's go ahead and finish it off. There we go. Now we're going to target straight at the center of this formation. So our Armstrong guns have prevailed, as expected.
Your men have killed their general, sir.
Perfect. Good news. Where was the good news? I like it when he says good news. Good news, sir. The enemy general is dead. Come on, son. Wow. Yeah, we are absolutely shredding the center of their troops here. One of the enemy generals dead. I don't think it's not the main enemy general because his unit's still fully intact. Let's spread out the pain across multiple units so that we can dish out more death. Naval bombardment is ready. Quit it. This will disrupt them for a moment. They have some sharpshooters themselves, which will outrange me. I have to keep an eye on them. This means I might want to go ahead and just put my sharpshooters slightly up here to get the ranged advantage. And I'm going to do the same on this flank because they've got them matching. Okay, here comes the naval bombardment on top of heavy Armstrong gun bombardment, and we are getting some hits on multiple units. So the Tashima in very rough shape here, and we're gonna go into kneel fire, defensive. My sharpshooters are still repositioning. Revolver cav inbound. Sharpshooters, you really might want to fire. Wow, my guys didn't get a shot off. Those revolver cav are going to get a sick number of kills here. My main line infantry, though, let's go ahead and pull my general up. And
your units can no longer fire, General.
What do you mean can no longer? Oh, my Armstrong gun used all its ammo. I'm going to actually lose a saber cav here. Going to get ready to gun bate. Let's bring another saber cav over to this flank where we might need it. We're all clear on this flank for now. Okay, enemy troops dying in droves. going to pull my Armstrong guns back now that they're out of ammo. Okay, enemy, like I said, is absolutely getting wrecked. I'm gonna bring my sabers up to intercept this bodyguard. Keep my rifle safe. Okay, the Tanegashima get absolutely wrecked. Yeah, the amount of fire that got laid down. I mean, just look at the smoke on the battlefield here, just to give you an idea of the amount of fire that these guys were under. The firepower that these armies have with all that extra accuracy, naval support, and Armstrong guns is wonderful. Wonderful for me, not for them, obviously. So that was a decisive victory. It's kind of weird how the Tanegashima had all those old school bodyguards, yet they still had line infantry and parrot guns, so they must not have done but just a little modernization research, because they were kind of like a mix of modernized and non-modernized. So we ranked the general up there, and it looks like those guys who bombarded my port took off, which is good. We can now go focus that other fleet back where it was, and we'll handle those guys separately. So general increases in rank. We finished technology research. It is now autumn. Let's get into the clan development here. So yeah, we can build the National Railway Company here. And if we do this charter oath, well, we're not really needing to get there just yet. Increase income by tariffs by 10%. That's pretty sweet. Over here, though, I can get suppression fire, which is also pretty sweet. Ooh, and the Army War College. Get Imperial Guard Cav. Torpedo upgrade. Sweet! We are definitely going to research the torpedo upgrade. I can't wait to torpedo some people. Alright. Yes, that's going to be just downright awesome. Alright, we can peacefully occupy the Tanegashima lands. The biggest problem we're going to have here is we're going to actually need this Ishinshishi to help bring this province under control faster. But we're still trying to stabilize this one as well. Might go ahead and build one more police station here so we can train more Ishinshishi. It's going to make it kind of hard to leave Tanegashima, but if we train some troops to hold it, it might work out. And then if we tear down the field artillery school and the barracks and replace it with something better, that should do the trick. We'll go ahead and upgrade the trading port there too. So the Tanegashima should be destroyed. Yep. So now their navy is gone as well, so that is perfect. Excellent. So this fleet can come back to... Actually, let's put them within support range of Nagato. Ooh, I don't know if they're quite in support range, but they're very, very close. I'm almost thinking... Let's pull... Can we pull the troops in this province? We probably can if we bring this guy back here to rally the populace. Yep. And let's get back to Hagi. Yep, now we're in reinforcement range, which is perfect. Let's get this agent. Train troops here. Perfect. Alright, so we've got our province. Oh wow, look at our income. Income is just rapidly flying up. Let's see where I'm at as far as construction wise in Satsuma. So we're 2 turns away from really insane troops. Really insane troops. So yeah, US Marines, we're going to have gold accuracy on them. Oh, that is going to be beautiful. And I'm going to send some US Marines and Imperial Infantry up to my daimyo for sure. And let him carve a swath through Honshu with those superior forces. Ishinshishi increases in rank. That is good news indeed. Is this where Ishinshishi is? Yep. Let's take him. Baseball bat. Use it for beating people. Alright. Zeal when rallying the populace, zeal when assassinating, stealing fervor. Let's go with that one. Because right now he is indeed rallying the populace. Alright, we've got a great deal of money. We're going to be able to... I say we just go out here and try and face these guys down. They're gonna flee. So we'll just stand here in their way and drive them back. Just because why not? As far as this fleet goes, let's go ahead and build an inn. And I'm going to go ahead and build one last police station out here so we can get max Ishin Shishi. And we'll, let's go ahead and spend the money to upgrade the province as well. And then let's get these ships in here and repair them all while we have the opportunity. We still need to get an army out here to Goto Island. Once that is the case, we will definitely have full control of Honshu and its surrounding territory. Oh my gosh, yeah, the income is looking so good right now. Mahjong Parlor, perfect. This is excellent. 7 turns till we can recruit torpedo boats. Man, I'm excited about the torpedo boats. Alright, so the Tosa have stepped away from their province. I should now be able to go over there and incite a revolt and take it back for myself. But the good news is that they will have helped to partially wipe out that clan who was just coming after me. No, they have wiped them out, so that's perfect. You start marching back here. This Ishin Shishi come out and incite a revolt here. Perfect. And now if the Tosa don't get back in time, which I do not think they can, we have an opportunity to take it. And let's actually go ahead here and do some recruitment of some levy units just to hold. Haha, look at that gold accuracy. Exceptional accuracy, folks. Exceptional. Oh, this is going to be fun. This was so worth it. So worth it. Oh my gosh. U.S. Marines with 103 accuracy. 83 accuracy Imperial Infantry, and 83 accuracy Sharpshooters. Oh, this is a dream. Armstrong guns with 78 accuracy as well. Wow. Yes, 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 yes. This is perfect. So thrilled about this. I'm going to start training levy troops to hold this island as well. So we're going to crank out some levy troops in certain areas just so that I can get my men out of there a little faster. Oh man, this is so exciting. So I think the first thing we want to do is let's go ahead and train out the cannons first, because they're going to be the most expensive and time consuming. Definitely need a few Armstrong guns there. Oh yeah, this is totally exciting. We can upgrade to the Master Dojo too, which should give us access to some cool units like Kisho Ninja and Bokachi. No, we already get Bokachi. What's the other one? Katana. We get Katana, so we get Yari, Katana, Bow, and Matchlock. So we'd get Bow Key and Kisho Ninja added by upgrading this. Let's go ahead and do that so we can get access to those units. Alright. This is exciting. We've got some... Oh man, we've got some good stuff going on in this campaign. This is going to be so much fun. So much fun. Because when the going gets tough here in this campaign, we're going to have the tools and the economy to just stick right to it and unleash some severe thrashings on our enemies. Okay, now the Josei, they were moving up with a pretty considerable force in that navy. I don't care if they get the Tosa or someone else, but I'm going to keep an eye on them. Ooh, do you see that? They just dropped an army in behind me. This is why I upgrade all my castles too, so that we can destroy these guys as much as possible. Excellent. Aki should be available for me to take. The only problem with that is that I have to come back here and... Oh no, that's a vassal. Oh, good. Yeah, well, these guys aren't going to attack me. No problem here. We'll just keep an eye on them, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Ready for orders.
I'm going to start moving as fast as possible up here to Eki, though. And we're about... I don't know if we'll be the first clan to get it. If we will, we'll get the little video, but we're going to have a railway station on the next turn, which is pretty exciting. I've got a pretty good castle here. We'd have 2 levy garrison infantry and a... Yeah, we'd have 2 levy garrison infantry and a spear levy. So nothing extreme, but we'd have a decent castle just in case these guys were to turn on us. Their troops are pretty meh, so we'll see what happens. And I've actually got a small army here too. Yeah, so we'd have a chance at defending there if we needed to, but I'm not sure we'll have to. Okay, so that's all good. We got a ton of money once again. I'm not going to need to spend any money recruiting troops for a few turns. We got this general who can level up. I want night battles, and then go ahead down that side too, just for fun. Okay. Let's see. Those Josei fleets were kind of over here. Yeah, that's a problem for the Tosa, not for me. So I'm not overly concerned there.
What is your bidding?
And then we can do the same thing up here and try and take Iwami. I'm going to need an extra army up here soon, so what I'll do is probably keep the levy army and then get my general a better army. Yeah, so we should be good. Let's take a look at our family. Ooh, we're about to become the vanguard. Some of you want me to become a republic. It's an interesting proposition. Sitting here thinking about it. So if I did it, I would all of a sudden get attacked by every other clan on the island, though. And although we could probably take them, I'm not sure I like that idea just from a viewability standpoint, because I'm worried that we'll take a perfectly good campaign and it'll turn into a massive grind. Yeah, just not sure about that idea. Yeah, I don't think I want to do the Republic thing, not on this campaign. Very cool idea, and maybe another time I might do something like that, but I think I just want to stick to the Imperial cause here. It'd be fun. Because if I do that, like, I mean, everything's going to go to the... I mean, I don't know. I'm tempted. I'm leaning towards not doing it. I'll think about it. But yeah, right now my leaning is away from it. Okay. So we spent some money.
Yes, my lord.
Go ahead and end another turn just real quick. Yeah, because you can imagine all the agents and the armies and everything else if we turned into a republic all of a sudden. That would be bad. Like, all kinds of bad. We'll appeal to the Westerners and see what happens. I think we're going to be able to get to Aki before the Tosa can, so we'll gain another province. So we have a railroad now, but apparently we weren't the first clan to get one because it didn't give us the little video. But that's pretty sweet. So we now have a railroad, and as I capture more of these provinces, we can actually start moving troops via railroad, which is going to be pretty sweet.
Steady as we go. We must rest a while.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Army. I want to leave a couple of garrison units. Good. So we can leave the garrison units, get back on the ships, and start heading up to Goto Island.
Your orders.
So that'll be the next episode. We'll head to Goto Island to take it out. We've got Tanegashima under control. Everything's all good there. I need to spend some time upgrading all my farms, which I will. But as for now, just kind of focusing on some of these other structures. But we will definitely go back and upgrade the farms for all that extra income they give me. I got this clay kiln. Let's go ahead and hit that. Yep, that should do for now. That's all the time I have for this episode. So down here at Satsuma, we've got these Armstrong guns, which are about complete. I'm going to actually go ahead and come in here into this army and disband these units that don't have the superior accuracy, or the exceptional accuracy, and retrain with the gold accuracy, just because, hey, why not at this point? HeirofCarthage signing off for now. Hope you all enjoyed this Saga campaign. Like I said, I'll think about the Republic thing. I'm just worried it'll turn into a slog, like grind fest. If we do that, I mean, it's possible that I could pull this off as a Republic, because I have so much money and everything, but right now I am getting a lot of my money from a trade agreement, and I would have to have probably 4 or 5 navies to keep the enemy out, and then several armies. So I'm kind of leaning against it, and we'll just kind of see what happens here. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.